Hello people who cannot sit at home, thank you so much for being here. Just recently weather was really horrible, it rained the whole day, it was very miserable. So on those days the problem is always what do we do? Like, do we sit at home? That's kind of boring. Do we want to go somewhere? Yes we do. So this video is all about that, doing something that's indoor but still going on a road trip. And I truly think that what I'm going to show you is just so cool. There's going to be an amazing art gallery exhibit, there's going to be a number of really great cafes, there's going to be even a really beautiful nursery that's all Christmassy and decorated, and there's even going to be like a really cool cultural experience restaurant that to me is really unusual. So definitely there's lots to do even if the weather is crappy. And by the way, all of these locations are just 1 hour away from Toronto. So let's go. And as per usual, there's going to be a really lovely map linked at the bottom in the description for you to simply take this map with you on your road trip and you can just follow it. It has all of the locations that we're going to go to and it's all nicely numbered. So the first stop we are going to place with the loveliest beavers over here is the Robert McLaughlin Gallery. Just a few key points. The RMG is a public art gallery in Oshawa, Ontario, and it is actually the largest public gallery in Durham region. I've been to this gallery maybe 3 times and each time there's something really unique, some kind of a new exhibit, that is the traveling exhibit. And currently they have the Eco-Nimako Building Black Civilization exhibit. This exhibit is going to be, by the way, till February 15th, 2026. Totally stumbled upon this. I did not know that this would be here. I truly loved it. So I am fascinated by Legos, but I feel that you don't even need to be fascinated by Legos to appreciate the art of this. All of this is black Legos. For example, the piece I was just showing you is made out of 120,000 Lego pieces. There's maybe about like 5 or so smaller objects, about 3 really large, beautiful, big pieces that are on the table. So the thematic of this is all about African mysticism and specifically a 14th century voyage. We don't really know what happened, but they were, as I understand, were trying to find the new lands. And it's possible that they even did. It's just because it's so long ago, we don't know exactly how it ended. So the artist explores that, explores this kind of thematic in a really beautiful way. And of course, this is also his inspiration as well as some of the historic facts that he researched about. And another thing that I thought was really cool is that they do have a number of Lego pieces that you can play around with, also black Lego pieces, and they give you like a table and plate to put your stuff in. I was trying to figure out what I can do that's, I didn't have a lot of time. We had a lot of plans. So I tried to do like a very simple window, I'm gonna call it, over here. It was pretty brutal, but somehow it managed to hold up. And as there was another piece already built, I don't know if it's by the artist or by somebody else, but I kind of added it onto it. And there were other ladies over there working, trying to create something as well. So anyway, really cool exhibit, totally free by the way. And of course, make sure to check out the rest of the exhibit. They do have some really famous artists, like they had a Warhol, they had some of the Impressionists. But if you want another really cool exhibit to check out in Oshawa, if you have time, check out the Canadian Automotive Museum. It is for sure a really awesome place to check out. This does have an entry fee. You don't really need to book it. You can totally just walk in, but they are closed Sunday and Mondays. This is the first floor. The first floor is international cars. They have a cool collection of different cars. At first, just take it in, kind of walk around, see what kind of things they have, and then you start noticing that there are so many just very interesting facts at the little kind of signage
at the bottom. Like, for example, over here, I think you all can recognize this is DeLorean. This is from the Back to the Future. I mean, this is not exactly that, but it's from the same kind that was in the movie. And right next to it, we have Bentley from 1926. It's interesting to me that the logo is still pretty much kind of similar. So all through time, almost 100 years old later, it's still the similar kind of logo. So over here is Pablo Picasso. He's standing right next to his Hispano Suiza from 1928. And the similar car is over there. That's basically, yeah, a car that Pablo Picasso had, which was so cool to check out. This car is also gorgeous. That's Rolls-Royce. And over here is the photo from the movie Phantom 3. And it's Sean Connery over there. As my previous car was Ford, it was really cool to see one of the earlier Fords. And this is what I would have had if I lived just a little bit earlier. This is 1909 Ford Model T. And over here we are on the second floor. So the second floor has Canadian cars. So there are a number of favorites that I have on this floor. One of them is for sure this snowmobile. So this is Chevrolet 1918 Chevrolet snowmobile with the sleds, and at the back there's like these cool wheels for the snow. I've never seen anything like that. I can't believe that this even existed. Here's by far my favorite car of the Canadian Automotive Museum. This is Amphicar from 1965, model 770. Check this out. They used to have kind of, get together and use these cars, of course, on the lakes. It's ridiculous. I can't believe they had that. I don't understand why we don't have it anymore. Well, I actually do understand. So it seems that before in the 60s, this was a huge boom. By the way, look at just the quality and the condition of this car. It's just so well preserved. It looks like it almost was never used. So it seems like one of the reasons, I'm sure there's more, that this car was an issue is that the conditions need to be almost nearly perfect. You cannot have waves because then just, the water gets in, and yeah, it's a challenge, but nonetheless, it's so cool. So for our next stop, we're heading to Whitby to Brock Street Espresso. They have invited me to check them out, so thank you so much for having me over. So this is a really cute, kind of homey, kind of vintagey cafe. You can definitely spend time here working if you would like to. But for me right now, this was a perfect place to have a snack. Nothing too heavy. Later on, we're gonna do a full-on all-you-can-eat lunch. But for now, this is perfect. They have a lot of really good baked goods. I got their pumpkin chocolate chip banana bread, and also over here I got their empanadas, beef empanada, and a matcha latte. Matcha latte was really nice, really well done. Over here is the empanadas with beef. It's very rare the coffee shops offer empanadas, so I thought that was really interesting. And it was a perfect snack, and the ladies working there were really friendly and helpful. So now we're heading to Ajax, Vandemeer Nursery and Garden Centre. It's one of my favorite garden centers that is the closest to GTA. And what they do that I think is so amazing is that they create a whole experience. Like right now, this is the beginning of Christmas time and they are already decorated. There are so many beautiful Christmas trees, so many beautiful ornaments. There's like ribbons, anything you can possibly want for the holidays. Yet at the same time, this is still a nursery. They still have a lot of plants. They have a lot of poinsettias I'm going to show you in a second. And I would like to remind you that I do have some really awesome books for sale. They're going to be linked down below. Over here, for example, is Free or Almost Free Ontario Destinations. Really cool guidebook to some really amazing road trips around Ontario that are great for the budget if you are budget conscious. And I also have a Fall Winter Ontario road trip book. All of my books, by the way, are on Amazon, and the Fall Winter one is more geared towards the fall and winter seasons. And I for sure think that my books are perfect gifts for the traveler in your life. And by the way, I also love checking them out any time of the year, not just Christmas time. So if you're watching this and it's already past Christmas time, this is still very, very much a beautiful nursery with lots of cool things to see in terms of plants. Over here, by the way, I'm showing you I saw a lot of black ornaments when I was here at Vandemeer's. And I don't know, I'm guessing it's a trend right now. At first I was like, ooh, it's a little gloomy, but now I kind of like it. I think it's classy. Also inside of the Vandemeer Nursery, there is the La Casita del Café, which is a really cute pink trailer that offers many drinks. I've had iced matcha latte here before. I know they have holiday drinks right now. You can have your drink and sit down and enjoy it like that. I love just getting my drink and walking around with the drink. It's like a whole experience. I love it. So here are the koi fish that I mentioned before. There are a number of aquariums and they are different sizes. Great, of course, if you in need of a koi fish, but also great if you just would like to see some. And they also have turtles. Sorry, I didn't film it this time, but there's a number of them as well in a pond. And then I stumbled upon the Highlander cows display. So these people understand me. I've been in a Highlander cow obsession, I'm gonna call it that, in the last maybe 3 months. It started with Home Depot actually has a really beautiful Highlander cow, like a taller statue, I'm gonna call it, and that is always sold out. So it was really cool to see many smaller ones over here, just different kinds. I love them. I think that they're just so cute, and I'm all in for this trend for sure. Outside, these guys also have the more of an outdoor planters, and they're also really pretty. I like the pastel colors. It's rare that you see pastel colors with these kind of baskets. Just, yeah, lots of very creative things. Very, very creative things. Madurai Pandiyas, I'm probably butchering that one, is a Scarborough restaurant, South Indian restaurant. So now we have driven back from Ajax to Scarborough, which is my suggestion to you as well. The thing about these guys is that they eat on banana leaves. Is it spicy? Very spicy?
No,
No?
it's medium spice.
It's a very, very unusual experience. Definitely very cool experience. Maybe not for everybody experience, but I highly recommend it. I actually have nothing but good things to say about these guys. So let me take you through this. First, by the way, please make sure to pre-book this place. Do not just show up. Make sure that you have a spot. This place is busy. Once we got in, we had to wait for about 15 minutes because they wanted a number of people all together so that they start bringing out the food together. So that was fine. And then they started bringing all of this food. Of course, this is all Indian food, South Indian food to be specific. They tell you everything about the food. Most of the food is mild. It's not crazy spicy. Some of it is crazy spicy. They will tell you when it's crazy spicy because, for example, my mom, she cannot really do very, very spicy. I'm okay with spice. They have vegetarian options and non-vegetarian options for this buffet. We got the option with meat. They had lots of chicken, they had lamb, they had shrimp, of course, lots of biryanis, which is rice, and for example, fried onion, and there's a bit of bread, and this like kind of crackery bread, and there was a yogurt kind of thing. So it was so actually plentiful. There were lots of things. You are to eat with your hands. That was weird to me. I'm not gonna lie. I never eat with my hands, and especially when it comes to rice, everything in you wants to get a spoon, which by the way you can, but I wanted to partake in this full experience. By the way, the guys, they were really attentive. At one point, my mom mentioned to one of the guys that it's too spicy. He brought her yogurt right away to kind of tone down the spice, which I really appreciated. And at the end, I also asked if there's going to be any kind of dessert, and they brought in this kind of milky, sweet, I guess it's milk with lots of spices, cardamom and cinnamon and things like that. And I really enjoyed that as well. Highly recommend this place. Very unusual experience. So for the next stop, we're gonna go not far to Scarborough. We're gonna go to SlayFruits. So this place went really viral just recently. They're all about cut up fruits, but in the most unusual way. What you do is, as you get in, you first choose if you want your regular or large size fruit bucket, I'm gonna call it. I just wanted the regular size, which is, in my opinion, plenty for even 2 people. Then you choose your base milk, which I chose a coconut milk, and then I chose about 5 different fruits, which were mango, watermelon, pineapple, blueberries, and dragon fruit. But you can, I think, get as many as you like. It's just all about how much space there is. And then on top, there were popping boba in different kinds and different jellies. So the more jelly you get, the sweeter it becomes, of course. But those popping tapioca things are, oh my gosh, you have to get them. They just add to the whole experience. So you can obviously drink the milk and then just go, with the spoon, get the fruits out. And because I ate half of this at home later on during the day, I actually really enjoyed when the coconut milk soaked into the fruits. So that was kind of nice too. Evana Pâtisserie Café in Scarborough is our next stop. These guys I've been to before, but now they have gotten really popular for their fruity cake pastries, I'm gonna call them. They are in the shapes of different fruits, and I'm specifically here for the mango. It's, by the way, gluten-free. A moment for the beautiful box, beautiful packaging, and over here is the beautiful mango. Just look how real that looks. So this is more of a mousse covered in white chocolate, and inside there is mango. This was definitely one of the best mango desserts I've ever had in my life. I highly recommend it. There's no way you're not gonna like this if you're into mango.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've been to these places. Let me know if you're going to go to these places. And please, if you have any other cool suggestions for what to do indoor while the weather is not the best. What is it that you do? Where do you go? How do you entertain yourself? Thank you so much for being here. Please, of course, subscribe, like, and share. And I will see you next time. Bye.